Happy Good Friday. Happy Good Friday?
Good.
Good Friday.
Good Friday.
Good Friday. Like
Good.
good father.
Good Friday.
Good
Good Friday. Just I don't know. It's that I don't know. I was posting an Instagram story with a Good Friday sticker, and some of them said happy, and I felt weird choosing those.
The ones that said
The one
happy.
that said happy
It's sad.
because it's sad,
Yeah.
but it's a holiday, so I
Uh,
just didn't pick one of those.
yeah. But we got to go to Station of the Cross today, which
We
was cool
did, and we took Tobi with us, and
for the first time.
I think it went well.
Yeah. I mean, he asks all the questions.
All the questions.
Yes.
Was he asking you questions during it?
Yeah, as I was holding him.
Oh, okay. Well, you were
So
walking.
when we were going from
So it's
once,
an outside station.
yeah, it
of
was
the cross.
outside Station of the Cross. So people are wearing like hats and stuff. There's a lot of kids, and at first he just wanted to run around.
I don't think I mean, he didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
So for the first station, he was just kind of all over the place, and then I think he kind of realized, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the thing that we're supposed to be at.
Yeah. Did you like tell him anything about it before? Because I was working.
No, just that we were going to misa, we were going to church, and we were going to like a prayer service that was going to be outside about Jesus' death. But that was it. I didn't really have an opportunity to like explain it to him because he just was not listening this morning.
Yeah.
So keeping it short and sweet.
But I think he got a good idea of what it was.
I think so, because we've
Yeah.
talked about like the cross, and we've been talking about it all week or all Lent.
Do you have the book here? The children's book on Easter that we have for him?
Oh, no, it's in the other room.
Okay.
We have two of them actually, and they both say it the same way. Jesus died.
Good.
Like there's no leading up to it. It's like Palm Sunday, the Last Supper. I think they both talk about the garden, but then it's just like, and then the bad people killed Jesus.
Yeah. And then he always asks about the soldiers. He's like,
Mhm.
why do the soldiers look sad in that picture?
Yeah, after when he's dead, the soldiers
Yeah.
look sad.
And we had to explain because they feel bad for what they did.
They realized it was wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
He asked me during the thing today, where are the soldiers?
Oh,
I'm like, they're not here.
no. Don't worry.
It's not that kind of reenactment.
Yeah, we could have taken him to that. There was one at 2.
Is it the one that the kids do?
I don't know who does it, but there was a 2 o'clock and a 7 o'clock, like passion service.
Okay.
I don't know what they are.
So growing up, we used to go to these things called Via Crucis, which is Way of the Cross.
Right.
And I don't know if it's like that in the States, but in like Latino culture, it's super important. And we go, but they also get like they act it out for months on end. Like,
oh wow.
They
practice.
They practice.
Wow.
I mean, there's the
That's
one
cool.
in that crazy one in Brazil where they legit like hang a person on a cross.
Oh my gosh.
And
that
like
terrifying.
they go to the extent of like nailing people sometimes to the cross so they can experience it. That's a lot.
That doesn't sound humane or legal, or I don't know. It just sounds not right.
No, but they do it I know they do it in Brazil. I don't know where else they do it. Like actual nailing to the cross. That's scary.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
No. Even like what I saw with like people acting it out.
Yeah.
And someone actually like hanging from the cross, they obviously like have the effects and they do it right.
Right.
But even that's scary.
Hanging them up in a safe way.
Yeah. But it's impactful.
That's a word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Toby got a lot out of what we did today
so.
in the stations.
I mean, stations, what, like 2 he started paying attention, and then the transition from 2 to 3 through almost, I would say, like station 8 or 9, he was carrying or helping carry the cross with you and with me, and then standing and like holding it at each station.
Yeah.
So that's a good
Yeah.
chunk, like at least half
I think him being able to participate in it
helped.
helps.
Yeah.
Like they let him touch the cross, and at every station he could hold the cross.
Mm-hmm.
He was like part of it.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah, yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is with most kids
Mm-hmm.
his age, right?
Yep.
4-year-old, keeping them engaged
Yeah.
in
I
some
mean, he
way.
doesn't really understand what's going on.
Yeah. We can't just like ignore him and do the stations ourselves. He's gonna want our attention. But if we give
Exactly.
him something to do,
Right.
it'll be more beneficial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The last few, I felt like he was done. He had lost interest by like station 10.
Yeah, he's like, we're
But
doing the same thing over and over again.
yeah. But he like knelt with us a couple times.
Yeah.
And then one time he was like, I said it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think you did, but good job.
Yeah.
Great job. Way to pray with us.
But yeah, he was asking a lot of questions, but he's been asking a lot of questions lately.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we're watching anything, he's just asking a million questions.
Yes.
But he's also, I feel like he's been bringing up the concept of death a lot.
I mean, that's got to be like a thing at this age, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know at what age most kids learn about death.
I mean,
Probably depends on the kid.
It's in the shows and stuff. Like we were watching Wreck-It Ralph,
Mm-hmm.
and so the girl Penelope, like
Right.
the whole point of it is getting her to finish the race so she won't die. And
True.
they'll say it. They'll
True.
straight up say like, "I have to do this or else I'm gonna die." And Toby's like, why is she gonna die? And I'm like, well, she's a video game character. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but you could choose to not have your kid watch that movie.
That's true.
I mean, it is technically rated PG.
Yeah.
In his age group, like that's a questionable rating.
That's true. But I mean, he's playing Mario. He's like, I died. I have 10 more lives.
I think that's partially where the confusion is coming in. Is because he's playing all these video games and you have all these lives, especially with Mario, because you run out of lives and then you just get more.
Yeah.
There's really no consequence.
Same as like Sonic.
Yeah. There's really no consequence to losing the lives. It's not like the games we used to play as kids where like if you ran out of lives, you had to like start over. Like you were done. Like the progress you made
like the Aladdin game.
Yeah. Unless you happened to get far enough to get the like
the code
that you wrote down and prayed to God you didn't lose.
Yeah.
But so I think that's where some of the confusion comes in is those games where you just get life after life.
We should like make him play the OG Mario Brothers games where like you lose your lives, you have to start the whole game over again.
Yeah. I mean that's the games I grew up with.
Yeah.
Playing.
But that's how they made the games longer.
Right. True. Yeah, now there's just like 1,000 levels.
So you just
like
keep
never
playing.
Well, we thought we beat the 3D game.
Mario
and
3D
then
world.
all of a sudden there was like another world.
Yeah.
In space.
Yep. It just keeps going.
That we had to beat. That I don't know if we beat or not.
I don't know either. And then there's DLC.
I don't think we did because I think there was a level where we didn't have enough stars.
I saw the credits
or something.
I saw the credits at one point.
And then we got the space level.
And then there was another level.
You
like
get,
the bonus
you get
world.
into like a rocket ship and the rocket ship takes off and there's a whole nother world. Post credits.
Yeah. But even with that, so obviously like we'll play other games too where you have lives.
Yeah.
But I remember having to explain this to Toby when my uncle passed away a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he passed away. And he was like,
he's coming back.
Well, he's not coming back. He didn't have more lives. I'm like, that's not how it works in the real world.
Yeah.
And so starting to have that conversation with him and trying to explain like, no, we don't have multiple lives. We only have one life that we're given. And we need to like focus on making that life good. But trying to explain that to a 4-year-old is hard.
Without like freaking them out too.
Yeah, exactly. But also I want him to understand that.
Yeah.
That there's a difference that these things, the movies, the games and stuff, it's all make believe.
Right. Which he does understand.
He does. He does understand. and he has a good grasp of that. It's like, we're just pretending. Like, yes,
Yeah.
we're just pretending,
Or
but this is real.
or the not of this world, as he likes to say. It's
Not,
not of this world.
yeah, it's a
I don't
different
know.
universe.
I don't
Yeah.
know where he got that phrase, but
It's from the Bible, not of this world.
I know, but who's using that
All right, yeah.
phrase?
He probably heard it at school or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. But there was also the Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Oh yeah.
I actually liked that one. Watched it with him. We're watching parts with him because I wanted to show him. I was like, okay, look, Black Panther dies and
Mm-hmm.
he's not coming back.
Right.
I feel like that was a way to explain it. And even like they show the funeral service in the movie.
Yep.
And I thought that was really cool. And we're explaining like, look, this is the funeral service. They're celebrating his life. He goes into an afterlife in that film too. And I was like, yeah, it's just that he understands that too. It's just pretend, but like this is a character that is not coming back.
Until he goes to Disneyland
Oh yeah, and then
and
he's there.
sees Black Panther, and he's like,
I thought he was gone.
I thought Black Panther died.
Yeah, we just said it's his sister.
And we had to explain it. Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah. But yeah, having to explain that with my uncle was interesting.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's gonna come up again, but I think
Yeah,
he's understanding. But because then we start talking about Jesus,
Yeah.
and we're like, well, Jesus died,
But then he comes
but
back.
he came back.
Yeah.
And me explaining like Jesus is real. Like
Mm-hmm.
we believe we're Christian. We believe that Jesus rose from the dead. That's
Right.
the gospel. He defeated death.
Yeah.
And so
It's
we're
a
like,
literal story.
and we're like, this is true. Like the story of Jesus is a true story. These other stories, like people have extra lives and stuff, they're not real.
Yeah.
This isn't real, but this is real. And trying to like emphasize that, I think it's important. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's why taking him to something like Stations of the Cross on Good Friday is important because we're not the only ones. Like all the people there believe that.
Yeah.
We have this community of all of us together, like reenacting that I mean, awesome moment.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I agree. Yeah. I think it was good for him. Even being four, like, no, he's not getting a ton out of it. But I think just like the awareness and the experience of like, this is a thing that we do and this day has a significance.
Yeah.
Whether he, fully comprehends that or not, I don't think is relevant. But just like exposing him to it, I think is important, and showing him like our faith and what it means to us.
Yeah.
And how we like experience our spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
And express our spirituality in different ways. Like when we prayed the rosary as a family, and now the stations, and then we'll do, Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And everything.
Yeah.
Because like explaining Lent has been really hard. I was like, I'm just not even gonna.
I mean, explaining that to adults is hard sometimes that aren't Catholic.
Right. Because it's 40 days, but it's not 40 days.
I know. It's fun. It's fun explaining these things. But in the end, I think it's beneficial. And that's also like the worry I have with a lot of these holidays is that I don't want our kids to lose the real meaning behind them.
Right. Thus your negativity towards fun things like eggs or
It's not
Santa Claus.
It's not a negativity towards them. I don't want that to become their central focus because I didn't grow up with that being my central focus.
You didn't grow up with it at all. It wasn't a focus.
Exactly.
But they're so fun, and kids have so much fun with them.
I know. I've already
and there's
agreed
such
to
a
do
way
that.
to do it that it's still fun and still a part of the holiday without being the main focus. Like growing up, we had Easter egg hunts, and I mean, I believed in the Easter Bunny as a kid, but I understood that Easter was Jesus' resurrection.
Yeah.
Not the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
The Easter Bunny was just celebrating
Mm-hmm.
Jesus' new life. That was like part of the celebration.
See, I never believed in the Easter Bunny. So So that's why it complicates things for me. And I don't want I just I just want them to understand the importance of Easter. And it's not just us. Like there was a I saw Father James Martin
Mm-hmm.
reposted something today on how many like people, especially during COVID, like stopped going back to church, and how many of them this Easter they're doing like adult egg hunts, and they're just like not doing church stuff anymore. And they'll interview the adults and be like, yeah, like we used to go to not even just Catholic service, like, oh yeah, we used to go to church on Easter, but no, like this seems more fun. We get to celebrate, and I think there's a slippery slope there where you just put so much focus on
Yeah.
the pastel colors and the Easter bunny, making everything like an Instagrammable picture and story that you lose the real meaning of Easter behind it. And
Well,
that's what I'm afraid of.
I think at least with Easter eggs specifically, you can make it more of like a spring celebration because that's the significance of the eggs is like new life.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. It's like from eggs you get new life. From Jesus, he rises from the dead and gives us new life. That's the connection.
I'm not totally sold on that.
That's the connection. I don't know
Okay.
where the bunny. I don't know about the bunny.
I
Because
also I
bunnies
also
don't.
hate bunnies.
Because bunnies don't. Bunnies don't even lay eggs. It should be like a chicken or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
I
But
also hate bunnies, so that doesn't help.
um, lost my train of thought. Oh. So you could just have the eggs be more of like a spring because with spring you get new life because things are blooming and flowers
Hmm.
and all of that. So, I mean, you could easily just they happen at a similar time. Like spring just started like what 2 weeks ago or
Hmm.
something. A couple weeks ago was the official first day of spring. So the Easter eggs are the spring celebration, and then Easter itself is Jesus's new life. But because they're both new life, we kind of do them around
Hmm.
the same time.
Is that how they explain them in Catholic school?
Yeah.
Because you went to Catholic school, I didn't.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
did you do Easter egg hunts in school?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We
I don't
did.
know. I went to public
The
school.
the
So
parish right here, San Rafael, is
yeah.
doing an Easter egg
I
hunt tomorrow morning
I
at a park nearby
I rem-
as a parish.
I remember in public school we would do like the Easter egg hunts and we would like paint the Easter eggs and
Mhm.
and do all that stuff.
Mhm.
But we growing up, I was also like taught like not everything you learn in school like goes in line with what we believe.
The eggs do. I don't know about
So
the
I mean,
Easter bunny.
coming from a Latino perspective, it didn't mean anything to us. So we participated, we did the things. I mean, I was a kid. I'm not gonna say no
Yeah.
to free candy,
Yeah.
but we always did it with the caveat of knowing this isn't what Easter means to us.
I would
It's
agree.
not gonna be that.
I knew that wasn't
Yeah.
the meaning of Easter or the point of Easter,
Mm.
but it was a part of the
Yeah.
celebration. It was fun.
Yeah. But my parents made a point of that, right? They made a
Yeah.
point of telling us that is not Easter.
Mm.
So that in my mind, that just isn't Easter.
Mm. But no, that's how I was always explained it. Is that eggs bring new life. Things literally hatch from eggs and create new life out
Yeah.
of them. And Jesus dies and rises and gives us new life.
Okay.
Just like eggs.
Just yes. Eggs give me life. I love eggs.
Yeah. But yeah, we did egg hunts at school. The church right here is doing an egg hunt tomorrow as a parish.
Hmm.
So the church does not like deny the eggs or the connection of Easter
Yeah.
eggs.
I mean, it could also be because like it's an American thing, right? Is he going to the bathroom?
I don't. Maybe they just moved.
You know what? He did stack books before he went down.
Oh, he's still in his bed. It was just a noise,
A book probably fell.
probably.
Sorry, guys. Noise coming from the room where the kids should be asleep.
Yeah, and it was a weird noise that sounded like someone had gotten up, but they're fine.
Um. So yeah, I don't know if they do egg hunts in Europe or whatever, but in
No. I think so. I think they do.
Okay, I don't.
At least in England, I think they do.
England,
Is Europe?
I guess. So yeah, I don't know if they do or do not in other parts of the world, but
In
for me,
Mexico, apparently they don't.
well, me for being Catholic, it's the idea of the universal church, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I go back to. I
Mm.
was like, okay, this is what Easter was for me.
Well, we're doing both.
Yeah, we're doing both. I didn't say we're not doing both. We're doing the Easter egg hunt. I'm eating all the candy.
That's fine. It's the
We're
best part anyway.
You didn't like painting the eggs?
I loved painting the eggs. I used to always go over to my grandparents' house like the week before. I would probably go like Thursday, Friday because we would get out of school for spring break since I went to Catholic school. Thursday was always a half day, and then we always had Good Friday off.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go over to my grandparents' house one of those days, and we would paint eggs for our hunt on Sunday.
So you would look for the eggs that you painted?
Mm-hmm. So my grandma and grandpa would like hard boil a lot of eggs because we did real eggs, none of these plastic egg stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Real eggs. And then me and my brother, when we were younger, and then just me, would help my grandparents and my aunt sometimes paint them. We would do like full colored ones, half colored ones, whatever. And then we always celebrated with another family. So my grandpa would then go and like mark certain ones with like an initial or a sticker or something like that. So you had to find your egg. Like no one else could find your egg. If you found an egg and it had somebody else's thing on it, you had to leave it.
Mm.
And then there was always like a special egg that's if you found it, you got a special prize or whatever. And then if you found, I should say when, not if, but when you found your special egg, you'd get like $5 or something, and then the like special egg would get like $10 or something like that. And it was just like basically just a friendly competition. You got nothing for finding the most eggs other than bragging rights that I found the most eggs. Like, and there was nothing in the eggs. They were hard-boiled eggs, so now they're trash because they've been painted.
That's such a waste of eggs.
I mean, there didn't used to be a shortage of eggs.
I know. Yes.
So, but yeah, and we would always count them so we would know how many eggs were supposed to be found. And then I feel like every year there was always like one or two that we couldn't find and they couldn't remember
where they,
because I mean, there were 5 of us
mm-hmm.
looking for eggs. So there was like a good amount of eggs hidden around in the front and backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be hard to remember exactly where you put every single egg.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd go for like the hard, maybe 1 or 2 that you remember. Oh, I remember putting one here because I thought it was going to be really hard or whatever. And then, I don't know, 6 months later or whatever, I'd be like, I found the egg. As I was playing in their backyard or whatever, I'd find it.
I remember last year, Tobi, like a few days after Easter, found an egg in this park.
A plastic egg?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I found this outside. I was like, oh, okay. Cool. Is there anything in it?
Don't eat it.
Yeah.
If there is. But
yeah, actually, I think he ate it.
Gross. But yeah, now a lot of people do the plastic eggs, and you have to put stuff in the plastic eggs.
Well, yeah, I know that.
But
that's what we're doing, right?
That's what my mom is doing.
Tomorrow.
That's what Grammy is filling the eggs and hiding the eggs in the morning. The girls are gonna get to hunt for eggs. That'll be a first for them.
Tobi lets them find them.
There's gonna be my mom and I talked about this. We're gonna do like a certain color or colors that only the girls can find.
How are the girls gonna know that they can only get those?
Obviously, they need help, and they're not gonna be able to find the eggs.
Nah, they gotta do it themselves.
Anyways. So, I mean, their eggs are going to be like just on the ground,
That's true.
visible, you know. But so say it's like blue, that means that Toby, Jason, Autumn are not allowed to find any blue eggs.
Mm-hmm.
They have to find the other colors.
Okay.
So that's how we're going to do it.
Smart.
Because their eggs will be easier to find and they're going to have different stuff in them.
Yeah.
Theirs aren't going to have candy. They'll have like little cookies or crackers or something.
Yeah. Should be fun.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. It'll be fun.
Okay. And we're going to do donuts.
Yes. I'm just not going to call it Easter.
Why?
It's an egg hunt.
But it's Easter.
No, it's a spring celebration. That's what you said.
Whatever.
Not boring. We're participating.
Fine.
I still don't get why a bunny is dropping eggs.
I don't either. We need to look that one up. That I don't know. I don't know where the bunny comes from. He's creepy anyway.
Well, yeah. Bunnies are creepy in general.
But like the bunnies at the mall and stuff, like I don't blame kids for being terrified. They are creepy.
Do you blame me for being terrified?
Yes.
Bunnies?
You're afraid of little tiny real bunnies that just hop on the road.
I don't like them. They pop out of nowhere. They run in front of you. Why are their ears so big?
So they can hear?
No, it's weird. I don't
They're
like
cute.
them. I don't like bunnies.
They're cute. Should have made you pet Toby's teacher's bunny.
I saw it. Toby was trying to get me to pet. What was
Sunshine.
Sunshine?
Sunshine.
Toby was like, pet it. I was like, nope, I'm good. It's dirty. Go wash your hands. I'm not petting
poor
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Sunshine wasn't even that cute. It was like chubby. Weird.
Bunnies are chubby.
No, this was a big bunny. I've seen bunnies.
I mean, a pet bunny is gonna be chubbier
It's true because it doesn't
than
run
a
around us
wild
anymore.
bunny.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's eating differently and probably more.
I don't like bunnies. If Toby really wanted a pet bunny, sure, that's fine.
Yeah? I'm gonna convince him. Like the goldfish.
He also said he wanted a guinea pig. I'd rather have a guinea pig or a hamster.
Not a hamster. Those things are nocturnal.
Okay, guinea pig. That's fine. What else did we do this week?
We went and saw the Mario movie.
Oh, Toby's first movie.
Toby's first movie.
That went really well.
It did. I think I was a little nervous that he was going to be asking his 1,000,000 questions throughout the whole movie, being like, what's going to happen? Why is this happening? Who's that? What are they doing?
Yeah. Especially to hold a 4-year-old's attention for 90 minutes.
But I think because we prefaced, I don't know how many times, that we had never seen the movie. We didn't know what's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen. I think that helps. And then also, because he plays so many Mario games, he knew who every single character was.
He knew all the characters. He figured out a lot of the Easter eggs too.
Right.
And even so, that the part when they're in like Donkey Kong Country, and Donkey Kong comes out and stuff, and then they show like Diddy Kong. I even heard him. He's like, "It's Diddy." I was like, I don't even know how you know who Diddy Kong is, but he's in the Smash Brothers game.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's why he knows. But yeah, he was catching all the references to Mario Kart, the blue shell. He yelled, he's like, "It's the blue shell," and just
so I think because of that, he didn't have to ask, "What is this?" or who or whatever. Like he knew who they were. There was no character development necessary.
Nope.
And so it was just following along with the story, which is similar to a Mario game. You're just trying to beat Bowser.
Yeah.
So that was easy for him to understand. And then I think obviously he may have missed bits and pieces of the story because, yeah, he's 4. He's not going to catch all the dialogue. But I think there was enough stuff that he was recognizing. And so he was just entertained, regardless of whether he was actually following along with the story or not.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely made for kids with like the added Easter eggs and little like quips that they say, meant for the nostalgia for adults.
Yeah.
And I really like that about it. Like I had fun watching that movie.
I did too. I really liked it. I would watch it again.
Yeah. One of our uh one of my brothers from Knights of Columbus was there at the theater. Like
Oh
he
yeah,
said
that's
hi,
right.
and he was there just watching by himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I grew up with the Mario
And he's
games.
retired.
Yeah, he's retired. It's like I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah.
And at the end, he looked like he had a good time. He was smiling at the
Yeah.
end. So
It was good. It was
yeah,
a good. It was a good movie. It was a good story. Wasn't too
yeah,
long. It was well done. It wasn't. It had a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of like connections to different Mario games without being too much.
yeah. I like that it didn't take itself too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Like it didn't try to explain everything.
No,
It's like there's a flower here. I touch it and now I can throw fire. And that's how it
that's it.
is. That's how the
That's the
world
end.
works.
Yeah, yeah.
So it didn't over explain anything. I also like the message, especially for Toby, of Mario being the older brother that's taking care of the younger brother.
Yeah, because
Like,
he's trying to save
yeah,
Luigi.
because that's what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And spoilers, so I guess. Um, and well, you kind of see this in the
Yeah,
commercials where
yeah.
Luigi gets trapped,
They get
they
separated.
get
Yeah.
separated, and Mario goes and finds Toad and Peach. And Mario's whole thing is, I need to save my brother Luigi. I'm
Mm-hmm.
the older brother. I have to protect him. And so even after that, I think there was something was happening today, and Toby was getting annoyed with Ivy. I'm like, you're the older brother, like Mario. You have to like protect her. Like she's okay. We can move her. I think she was like bothering him. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
but you're the older brother. And he's like, okay, okay. So hey, it helps if I can take something positive like that
Yeah.
and have him react to it. I think it's good, and
Also,
it's a simple story of good versus evil, right?
Peach Peach is a badass.
Yes. So once the girls are old enough to watch it, I think it'd be cool to show it to them because Peach
I've
isn't the damsel in distress.
I have never liked Princess Peach in the Mario games. I just thought she was a lame princess. But now she's cool.
Why do you think she was a lame princess? Because she's captured in the
She's
first games.
always captured.
She's at the wrong
She
castle.
she flies with her holding her dress all weird. And I don't know. I just thought I liked the other princesses better. I didn't like her pink dress. There was nothing really about Peach that I liked.
Now you like her.
Now she's, I don't know if I'd go that far because she's still like that in the games, and I'm not a fan.
She's not.
But
Playing,
it depends on the game.
You're playing the wrong game.
It depends on the game.
So if you play
Depends on the game.
the old school like Mario RPG game, she's one of the. That was the first time she was a playable character, and she's the badass there.
Mm.
And the whole idea is like she's like the ruler
Yeah.
of the Mushroom Kingdom, so she's protecting,
Right.
and she's doing what she has to do. It's just in the first game, yeah, she's the princess that you have to save.
In
But
a lot of the games.
no, like if you read the Super Mario Brothers, like the actual like booklet that comes with it, like it sets her up as like this awesome queen.
Who was reading that?
Me. Most
Okay.
gamers, so older gamers, we would buy like these books that would give us the full story behind these games.
I mean, I played
Because-
Mario on Super Nintendo and like the older Mario games. I never read though. I would just play
It's
the
a
game.
little pamphlet. It comes in the game.
I would just play the game.
That's where a lot of like the background story and stuff. So this movie has Easter eggs from like that stuff too.
Mm.
And did you catch the one Easter egg where the one Toad was telling the other, "Oh, it's just old technology. You just blow in it."
Yes.
He was holding the little
Yeah.
cartridge.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's awesome.
I definitely did that with Toby's DS today.
You blew in it.
I blew it. It wasn't reading the game. The game was in the DS, but the
Oh.
DS was saying there's no game.
Oh, one of the girls are crying.
It's Iris.
And give her a minute.
Yeah.
You had
But
to
yeah.
blow in it.
So I blew in it. It didn't work.
Was it the one that has like all the games?
No, it was a
That's-
Pokemon game.
Oh,
So I took it out and I put in a different game to see, is it the game? Is it the DS? What's the issue? So I put in a different game. It loaded. It was fine. I took it out, put the Pokemon one back in, and it was fine. I don't know.
Technology. That's how it works.
Turn off, turn back on.
But yeah, I think that movie was really good. We had a lot of fun watching it with him, and yeah, overall, I recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna watch it again.
We also had all the snacks, which I think helped keep him entertained as well.
Snacks and food. He was he had gone back from the doctors where he got his staples removed from his head.
Yep.
And this was the not prize, but like, okay, we're gonna go to the movie, so he has something to look forward to. And but as soon as we got back from the doctors, he was like, "All right, let's go." I was like, "No, not
Yeah,
yet."
he wanted to go instantaneously.
But we went to 7-Eleven, but he got to choose whatever snack he wanted. Yep. He went with Funyuns. Solid choice. Solid choice. And he ate those Funyuns the whole time. And pretzels and what else was he eating? Popcorn.
Yeah, because we had gotten some like flavored popcorns from 7-Eleven. Yeah. So he was munching on those and the Funyuns. I don't think he liked the pretzels. I gave him one and I don't think he finished it.
But overall, I think it was a very eventful week for him.
Definitely.
We got to go back in the pool today.
Yeah.
First time in the pool this year. He had fun.
It's a busy week. Yeah, and now it's spring break. And I'll spend a week with your parents.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
That'll be nice.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like one of us might need to go check on Iris.
Yeah, the girl's crying. All right. That's what being a parent is, right?
Who's going?
How's goes?
Dang it. All right. Love you.
I love you too.